Good morning, Ada Army. It's your boy Boomin coming at you with yet another video. We got some explosive news today, and the fun is just beginning, guys. We have the what is it called? The Scots Fest with IOG, and it looks like EMURGO here has given us some explosive news. So, EMURGO, the official commercial arm of the founding entity of the Cardano blockchain, announces a planned launch of its new US dollar-backed stablecoin, USDA, the first fully fiat-backed regulatory compliant stablecoin in the Cardano ecosystem. So we've been waiting on JED, but EMURGO has been working on another stablecoin as well. This is actually pretty badass. Let's take a look. So, USDA is the name of the stablecoin, fueled by Cardano and designed to safeguard Web3 companies and customers from crypto market volatility. USDA leverages the stability of the US dollar combined with the Cardano security, low fees, and eco-friendly blockchain. By pegging one-to-one to the US dollar, reducing volatility and unlocking fast global transactions without legacy banking and payment infrastructure delays. The Cardano ecosystem was built on the ethos of bringing real-world applications into crypto and creating the foundation to build the economy of the future. The introduction of the fully fiat-backed regulatory compliant stablecoin is the next step in realizing the future for our community, said EMURGO, FinTech manager. USDA is a native asset freely exchangeable on Cardano and backed by US currency. The stablecoin not only offers stability to investors from conducting financial transactions on the blockchain, but advances a path forward for the Cardano ecosystem to address a problem we are uniquely positioned to solve: banking the underbanked. EMURGO has partnered with regulated financial services company based in the United States to custody cash deposits. Assuring that the stablecoin is fully compliant and adheres to regulatory guidelines. Backed by real-world assets, USDA provides strong long-term price stability that may ultimately lead to unlocking more reliable financial services on the Cardano ecosystem. This is amazing. USDA is the first product being brought to market within Anizen's, EMURGO's new product suite, which aims to bridge the gap between traditional finance and DeFi. Anizen's will provide a portal to regulated financial services products offered within the Cardano ecosystem, wherein anyone can tokenize their dollars and move them to a Cardano native asset. USDA is planning to launch on the Anizen's platform in Q1 2023, where users will be able to tokenize their USD into USDA via debit and credit cards, wire transfer, ACH, or a conversion of the ADA. Alongside the tokenization of USD, EMURGO will soon enable the safe, convenient conversion of other stablecoins, including USDC and USDT to USDA, with further plans to enable conversions and swaps of cryptocurrencies such as BTC, ETH, amongst others. The goal of the Anizen's suite of products is to include regulated borrowing and lending services, crypto, USD currency conversion for immediate card payments, and stake pools that pay out rewards in ADA. That is badass, guys. So we finally have a stablecoin coming to Cardano. I know JED is one, but now we have one from EMURGO. What do you guys think? Comment down below. This is pretty big news. Very, very exciting. Yeah, can't wait to use it. Can't wait to store my value in Anizen's and in USDA. So definitely awesome to see. Let's go ahead and move on, guys. Let's take a look at Basho. Yesterday we took a look at Shelly, and the day before that we took a look at yesterday we took a look at Gogan. The day before that we took a look at Shelly, and the day before that we took a look at Byron. So now that we are on the Basho phase, let's take a look, guys. So this is Basho. Shout out to him. Basho is about improving the underlying network performance. Better performance supports growth and adoption for dApps with high transaction volumes. Basho is seeing research and development in the JED stablecoin, a formally verified crypto-backpegged algorithmic stablecoin, proof of concepts for Hydra heads, and Mithril. Voltaire phase is now upon us, bringing in an age of decentralization and governance, turning Cardano into a self-sustaining system. And the Scots Fest is going on right now, guys. Real quick, I'm gonna play a little bit of Charles Hoskinson speech. Obviously, not the whole speech because we'll be here forever. But shout out to OneCom, ticker symbol 1COMM. Join them on Twitter for news and notes, and 0% fees until at least the end of June 2023 for all existing and new delegators. Go ahead and delegate to OneCom, guys. Let's go ahead here. Let's play a little bit of this. This is Scots Fest, The Age of Voltaire, Day 1. Charles Hoskinson is going to be doing a little bit of speaking. Now, we're not going to play the whole thing because he does speak for like 20 minutes, but, you know, I think it's obviously, you know, obviously worth it to hear what Charles has to say, even just for a short blurb. So let's go ahead and listen to the man, the myth, the legend.
Lab and speaker research is feasible. So, Charles, welcome.
Hi, everybody. Good to see a lot of familiar faces here. It's good to be back. The last time I presented in this room, I was on the other side. I'm a little weird like that, where I always remember and I get a little weird. I'm like, I should be over there. I shouldn't be here. Research is the heart and soul of IO. We started the relationship with University of Edinburgh, I think almost 6 years ago. I'd have to look into the exact date. I'm getting old, so it's hard to remember. But it was a $250,000 commitment, and at the time, that was a huge amount of money for us. You know, we were in Hong Kong and Japan and other places, and we had no material connection to Europe. And I'm from America, so it made sense, why not a U.S. institution? But the reason we chose University of Edinburgh is at the time there was a major transition, and they've gone so far through it, where they wanted to do not only computing and informatics, but be very interdisciplinary. And the presentation this morning, you saw how they're trying to connect what's happening here in this building to all the buildings on campus. And blockchain is much the same way. When we look at the nature of the systems we build, yes, they're functional data structures. Yes, they have beautiful programming languages you can come up with. In fact, some people in this room are working on them. Yes, there's a consensus algorithm. There's lots of stuff there. But at the end of the day, it's meaningless stuff unless it's connected to problems that need to be solved, connected to everyday people's lives. We worry about things like election integrity. We worry about things like ESG and how do we know people aren't cheating with how much carbon output they have. We worry about things like, how do I know there's actual money in my bank account? And usually the solution is, well, we have a regulator. Well, we have some trusted third party that's going to keep everybody honest. But unfortunately, we tend to live in an age where institutions aren't as trusted as they used to be. And the issue with this is that institutions are required to deal with complexity. What's so cool about the blockchain industry is it's the only industry we got right now that is building protocols, that's actively engaged in trying to ameliorate complexity without introducing new institutions, new power structures. Rather, replace it with protocols to regulate these things. And the research that's being done here is trying to capture the essence of that. So you, for example, see this Edinburgh Decentralization Index. And what's really cool about it is it's a policy steer. It's useless as just a number. No, it's more than that. The number, how it's measured, the conversation behind it starts 1,000 other conversations amongst 1,000 other institutions. If a regulator is concerned about market stability, this can be a leading indicator that there's a problem, to begin an investigation, to begin a conversation, to start looking at certain entities that score low and say, why is that? What's the story behind that? People will say, well, this index isn't fair. It's biased. It's missing the point. Well, what does that mean? That's peer review. That's the academic process. So people will come and give suggestions. They'll tell us what to change. They'll write their own papers. Competing indexes will form. But at the end of the rainbow, what are we trying to do? We're trying to measure something that's of great significance to this industry as a whole, and ultimately is one of the biggest components of consumer protection. We look at the Zero Knowledge Lab, which will be discussed in a little bit. At the heart of that is this concept of inclusive accountability. If these systems are to be used by millions, eventually billions of people, their use will result in gargantuan blockchains, ones that are in terabytes, petabytes, exabytes of size. Now, there's only two parties that are ever going to be able to store all that, the NSA and Google. So you have to pick which one you want. Maybe Amazon too, I guess. So three. There you go. Well, what if instead of having to store all that information, all those transactions, all those things, you had a proof that could follow the transaction, let you know that it's real, the tokens exist, what your view of history is right. And that proof can be quite small. Turns out that's a beautiful computer science problem, and it lives in the zero-knowledge cryptography realm, and it's incredibly important for many different domains. And some are about preserving the original intent of these systems, which is everybody has access to the same view, and some are about privacy, confidentiality, selective disclosures. How do we comply with GDPR? Politician can write some stuff down, but at the end of the day, it does require significant changes to the way we communicate and work. And that's just one of thousands of problems. And it's being studied here. Now, another magical thing about this is that it's all open. There's more than 150 publications. I think they count as 163 in the IO family. And we have labs all around the world. One at Carnegie Mellon, one that's a formal mathematics institute. We have a lab at Stanford, and we have people, affiliate professors and graduate students and postdocs pretty much everywhere. The sun never sets on this company. But it's one big family, and everybody writes papers together. And all those papers go through the peer review process, and everybody has access to them, and they can cite them. And some people leave, but when they leave, they still stay. For example, we had a lovely graduate student named Dionysus, and he went on, and somehow, some way, he worked his way over to Stanford, and now he's back at our lab. And there, he just published a beautiful paper called Proof of Stake, which is kind of a derivative of some of the research that he was doing when he was part of our family, proof of work. Now, it has different properties and different adherence, but that just shows you the legacy of things. When people that no longer work with you or for you continue the work, they carry the torch, they have their own students, they have their own papers, they have their own concerns, that is how you build a movement. And that's what we started here 6 years ago, and it's truly grown in that direction. The consensus research we've done here at this university is among the highest cited, some papers over 1,000 citations in our industry, a very young industry. And it's changed the entire conversation of what is proof of stake and how to make it secure. The language research we've done here with Plutus and extended UTXO is the only path, in my view, to give Bitcoin smart contracts, should they pursue it, with the models that they've chosen to embrace. This could potentially be transformative at a scale of trillions of dollars of assets long-term and billions of users, and these design decisions are being made with good principles. So it's a great honor to be part of that, and be part of that story, and watch so many incredible people grow up, graduate students grow up, postdocs grow up. The faces change, but the mission stays the same. And it's a great honor to be with all of you and see all the love and support we've gotten throughout the years, and to be part of this broader conversation. We're all doing our best. We don't always get it right. But what's so cool about it is this is an honest process, one of the last remaining ones I think we have in society. This is a process where we can admit our mistakes, grow together, and learn together, and build together. So thank you all for coming, Agilos. Thank you for all the hard work that you've done and the time you've put in. I think we're both getting a little older from those pictures there. But you've done some incredible work here. And
Thank you for tuning in and watching daily Vechain and Cardano videos on Satoshi Boomin channel. I want to say a wonderful shout out to our wonderful Patreons here: Maryland for Crypto, Anthony Andrews, Faruz Den, Kyle Bachi, CryptoSVT.si, Angeltopia, DNC Vale, Leon Jackson II, Kragan, All Flare LLC, Lucky Sunshine Token, and Catherine Braun. Guys, let's keep chopping wood. Don't let your means be dreams, and thank you so much for your wonderful Patreon support.